Hello and welcome to Glorious Miniatures. My name's Jolyon, and in today's video we shall be opening up the Champions of Slaanesh Emperor's Children Army box set. It's full of brand new miniatures and I managed to get my hands on it. So without further ado, let's get into it. As you can see, it's quite a big box, especially compared to our last one we opened. This one contains 33 of the latest Emperor's Children. There's a big old image on the back right here. All brand new miniatures as well, with a codex and data cards in. 33. So you got a Lord Exultant, 10 Tormentors, 10 Infractors, 12 Noise Marines. So without further ado, let's have a look at what we have inside. I'm doing an unboxing on a new desk. This is in the painting studio, but on the other side of the room where I have an auxiliary desk, really. But first of all, let's see if we can get into this with the cunning use of a knife at the end, hopefully. It's like so. I assume we have to do one on this side as well. Yep. Now we can have a look inside. Lovely bit of artwork. All this lovely sort of purple, magenta, bit of very light blue as well. I am pondering what scheme to do already and wish I could come up with something 100% that I really like. I'm gonna have to look at some paint schemes, see what other people have come up with, see if I can get some inspiration. Try not to tear that box already, but whatever. Lots of lovely new grey plastic. So let's have a rummage around, see what's what. Okay, so loads of plastic. No artwork there, just the bit of black paper. We've got the codex, all of the bases, and indeed we have some transfers as well. We like transfers here because my freehanding is verging on hopeless. It's something I do want to improve on, but one thing at a time. So we got some transfers here for the vehicles and I assume sort of dreadnought type things, walkers, larger things. It's always good. And yeah, so that's Emperor's Children 2025. I am tempted to do some Emperor's Children for the Horus Heresy, so I will see if I can somehow tie them both together though, so that will be an interesting one. Bases, okay. We will have a look at this book in a bit, but it is a nice, it's got a bit of elasticated something or other around the front. So let's have a look at, well, these random sprues, shall we? Okay, well, it's someone with a large weapon right here, some large weaponry right here. See what's what. Not actually very familiar with a lot of the plastic that I'm seeing right here. This looks like, yeah, this is, this was a larger part of this sprue right here, so that belongs with them. Some more heavy weaponry. I think we're going to be getting another one of these sprues right here. I believe they serve double purpose. They can get used as two different units. We've got the Lord Exultant right here with a fantastic looking cape. I'm a big fan of a cape, so I'm very happy about that. And then we have more of these ones with the blades right here. So just plonk, that's the same. It's also the same. So 4 of these sprues. And basically 2 of these triple sprues right here. So they are serving dual purpose. And then obviously we got the Lord Exultant right here. But yes, so that is a good thing. We got lots of plastic. We will have a rummage through this momentarily. Move my transfers back there before I get those ruined. Like I destroyed that box. We have some very nice data cards. Some lovely artwork right there. Love the coloring of these. This particular, I like this sort of greenish effect we've got going on here. Brought into it. If there's a way I can bring that in somehow, that would be a very nice thing. In the future. I think this is just some sort of placement. Yeah. And then we have the actual codex and instructions. We will have a look at this in a bit, but I just want to have a look at the instructions first because I'm not familiar with the plastic. Obviously, because it's brand new, I need a bit of guidance with what I'm looking at. I don't want to sort of suggest things that might not be in reality. More in the warp. So we have 13 40mm bases, and we have 20 32mm bases, and you can got your little size guide right there. Instructions, as per always, different options, choice of parts, variant assemblies, use matching parts. You got your instructions here. Do follow them if it's a brand new kit. I don't know if you managed to get your hands on this kit. I did via Element Games, using my affiliate link, of course. Hopefully a link will appear top right-hand corner of the screen. Hold on, where are we? This camera's at a weird angle. Nope. Are we this way? I don't know, it's somewhere in this area of the screen, potentially. But anyway, regardless, it's an affiliate link and it would help if you use it, if you're within the UK. And here we go, so Lord Exultant. Different weapon options, so if there's a whip, plasma, pistol, or a power fist option. I have no idea about the rules. We might have a look at the rules on this video, potentially for build options. I personally, off the bat, prefer the power fist, but we shall we'll see what happens. These are different build options that you like. I like the one with the spear as well, the power fist and spear. That's a good, I like it. I like how it looks, but there's also this noise, I don't know, some sort of weapon there. Who knows what it is? I certainly don't. And whatever with a sword is also an option. So there's few variants which we like. Really depends on the sort of army that I'm going to be attempting to build. I do have a demon prince already. I like the idea of getting Lucian or Lucius as well. Fulgrim. Maybe we'll bulk up on demon princes and see what's what. Anyway, so you got your different options for Slaanesh, like your different sort of bit more Slaanesh-y, or you want Emperor's Children, like with the wingies and the claw. And the Cape of Doom, obviously incredibly important. Otherwise, you don't know who the boss is. Couple of different head options as well. Always a good thing. So we've got the Tormentors here. These are... choose the unit you want to build. Tormentors or Infractors. So the Tormentors have the sort of ranged weaponry, as you can see right here. Whereas the Infractors have a bit more close combat orientated. Which is, well, who knows what's what. I don't know what I'd probably try and build a mix of both. Seeing as we do have doubles of both things, as far as I can tell. Lots of shoulder pads. Variations. You've got the whip options. Right here. I'm looking forward to painting this. As I've said, the color scheme itself is going to be an interesting one. I'm not 100% certain what I would like, but the black and sort of pink is very tempting. See, the special weapon options here seem to be a bolter, plasma gun, and a melter gun. Right there. Very good. The infractors are here as well. Different poses do seem to be an option, along with lots of sort of grenade and belt options that you see right here that you can hang on as well. Those are all of the miniatures that you can build, both sets of options right there. And then we got all of the head options, shoulder pads, Emperor's Children specific ones, backpack, different variations, combining those backpacks with different variations right here as well. Lots of weapon options, which seem to be, you build them in these parts together and then you can swap them out, I think, where you want to, onto the heavier weaponry right here. And here is the build options for them. Bit more of a static pose for these ones. And these are the sort of poses we've got with these ones right here. Choose the variants you want to build. So it's probably having a worth looking through the instructions before you start building, just to make sure that you're going to build the option you want. Before you build yourself into a corner. Seems to be a disharmonist here. With a melee option and a pistol or heavy weaponry. Very tempting. Very tempting. Still not quite sure of the army I want to build though, but I do like the idea of slapping in some demon princes left, right and center where possible. Having a nice swift army. And those are the options. Well, those are some more options at least. Different shoulder pads, etc. And these are the sort of what you can build for them. So that is good stuff. Here is, as I said, the Lord Discordant with the head option. Right, there's one head option. There's another head option with a bit more of sort of extra bits and pieces swinging around up there. And then, where was it? The lash. I don't know what the weapon's called. The whip thing. The sword. The spear. Nice to see some extra bits and pieces though, which will no doubt end up in other miniatures when it comes to converting. So these are the heavy weapons right here, the last set we looked at. I don't know when I'm going to start building these. Obviously at the moment this is filmed in, well, we are filming in March, when I am trying to sort of paint a bunch of ultramarines, so we're probably not going to be able to get these built anytime this month. Maybe as we go into April we can start building some, working towards something vaguely cohesive. We will be doing future Emperor's Children videos. Of course, I have painted a Horus Heresy Child of the Emperor. I did actually like painting that miniature a lot more than I fully expected to at the start of it, which is it is an issue for me. I'm not keen on certain legions or whatever, and then when I get around to actually painting them, I actually love the paint scheme, or I really enjoyed painting it. And then I think to myself, well, you should make up for it by starting to paint a few more of them. So there we go. These are all the same sprues right here, basically. We've got the whip, the sword. Before I say that, I should really double check. All the sprues are numbered the exact same. All the parts are exactly the same. So it's the same sprue times 4. Yep. So that's very good. These are the first set that we saw with all the shoulder pads, etc., etc., and the close combat weapons. All the ranged options, of course, as I've said, with the melter option, the plasma, etc. So really depends what you fancy. What have we got here? We've got some cards. Oh, am I going to be able to get into this without... Is it going to be much like the box it came in when I've already torn it? Look at that. There's a nice well, I was going to say gilt. This is more magenta or not mauve, pink foil-edged cards for when you are thrashing your opponent in the game, or out of the game, I suppose, but you got your rules. You got Seekers right here. Fulgrim. Very nice. Lucius the Eternal. I keep calling him Lucian. Unfortunately, I keep getting him confused with a lovely person on Twitch. So apologies there. We've got the Lord Exultant rules. Lord Cacophonist. I'm going to probably pronounce half of these wrong. Sorcerer. Demon Prince of Slaanesh. Now, I already have one of these. The newer Demon Prince model, but I also have an old metal Demon Prince, but he's not really sort of Space Marine based. He's more like the, I don't know, the fantasy one almost, but he is definitely a Demon Prince with wings and an axe. So maybe we can do something there. Another Demon Prince of Slaanesh with the wings. You got your Flawless Blades. Those haven't been released yet, but hopefully they will be soon, and then I can definitely accidentally buy them. Chaos Spawn. Not massively keen on the current Chaos Spawn minis. I would love it if they bring out some new ones. Otherwise, we might have to do a conversion video where I attempt to make my own Chaos Spawn by rolling some bits in a ball of green stuff. We've got Tormentors right here. The Infractors. I do like this pink and black scheme. I like it. I like that a lot. Chaos Terminators. Ooh, we have not ever painted a Chaos Terminator. We need to resolve that situation. Chaos Land Raider. Noise Marines. So these are all the units that the Slaanesh Warband has access to. So it's the Land Raider, the Helldrake, the Flying Chicken of Doom. I don't... a lot of trim to paint on that. A lot of trim to paint on that. The Mauler Fiend. I don't know if that's the one I like or dislike. Chaos Rhino. Okay, that's it for the... Okay. Shalaxi Hellbane. Okay. Keeper of Secrets. Get one of those. Demonettes. Fiends. Seekers, and I believe that's it, ladies and jelly spoons. That is indeed it. Not a massive amount of units, vehicle-wise especially, with no Predators, no Vindicators or anything like that. Let's double check there's nothing else in there. Nope. But who am I to argue with the Slaanesh? Now, I don't have, as I said earlier, I don't really play this game. I used to play it back in the good old days. I now just really enjoy the painting. Look at that absolutely magnificent illustration. I was umming and ahhing about, do I want to sell this? I think I want to keep it. See if there's anything... Oh, it's not too snazzy. Well, it is pretty snazzy. Some Chaos Terminators going on there with a nice Slaanesh-y thingamajiggle. Let's have a little rummage through this book. Now, I'm not going to be going through every single page. Plus, there's a bit of a reflection on the glossier pages, so we don't want to get too much of the camera with the lights. There's Fulgrim, the Mauler Fiend, the Keeper of Secrets, and Shalaxi Hellbane back there. I mean, potentially we could bring one of those in if we were tempted, but I do always remember this bit of artwork. It's absolutely fantastic. This also has the jazzy foil line exciting. This scheme here with the purple, they're bringing in some turquoise and greens in there. It is, I like that. I like that. So I don't know if we'll go with just a straight sort of pink. Be nice if we could bring in some other jazzier colors as well. There's old Fulgrim. Snaky Boy. Lucius the Eternal. Flawless Blades. As I said, they're not out yet, but hopefully in the future. See, this with this turquoisey coloring up here, along with the sort of purples and pinks, I like how that looks. So maybe if we can not necessarily sideline the pink itself, but I think there's something we can work with right here, especially right here in this bit here. Very dark purple with sort of glowy green highlights or something somehow. We will figure it out. I'm not in a massive rush. I've got more than enough projects to be going on with in between, so but we will be doing it, so do make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss those future videos when we get around to it. I wish I could guarantee exactly when that was, but unfortunately, who knows? I suppose we'll see how the video is and how things progress. There is the new Lucius Mini right there. I'm looking forward to painting him up when he appears. We've got some different schemes right here. We've got some white armor. Unfortunately, I am tempted to get some World Eaters. So white armor and the blue shoulder pads for the World Eaters, 40k. I think we might be running into a bit of... They do look rather fancy, though. They do look fancy. It's the problem. The white armor looks fantastic. Combat Patrol is... Game of okay, so this is the Combat Patrol box set, which is coming out. Is that what the Combat Patrol is going to be? Consist of 2 units of Flawless Blades, a Lord Thingamajiggle, and some more Refractors. In which case I would get this and probably sell, because I do want some Flawless Blades. Although they do have the weird cone head situation going on. I'm not 100% sure if I like that. I don't know if I'm 100% sure if I like that or not, but we will we'll ponder it. We've got some rules here. We're not going to go through the rules. We're just going to have a look at the old images. I suppose potentially you can always pause if you're desperate to read the book, or like bits of it, I suppose. I'm just trying to whiz through, see if anything really catches my eye. But we've got Mercurial Host there. We've got the Peerless Bladesman. Rapid Evisceration. I think this one's quite an interesting one. I do like painting vehicles, so potentially this one sort of revolves around the armored transports of the Emperor's children. So that one could be a tempting one for me, but we'll see. Carnival of Excess. Demonic Empowerment. Coterie of the Conceited. Pledges to the Dark Prince. And yes, Slaanesh is chosen. Like I said, I've got no idea about virtually a lot of this, especially when it comes to playing the game. I enjoy watching battle reports, but so that's how I get my fill of the watching or playing of the game. Lucius again, Fulgrim, all the rules. We had a quick look at all the cards earlier, so just more of a skimming through this. Chaos Terminators, though. I might have to get my hands on some of those. Noise Marines, Chaos Rhino, Helldrake, Keeper of Secrets. So we get a few demons. And we don't get, like, generic Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines, I should clarify. Which is slightly... I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I suppose if I wanted generic, I'd get Black Legion or something. I don't know. Who knows? Army Elixirs. Personal Elixirs. Okay, so these are all combat drugs, I guess. Agendas. Requisitions. Crusade Relics. Boons of Slaanesh. Battle Traits. Crusade Badges. Combat Elixirs. Ingredients to make up... Okay. Well, I suppose I'd actually have to read that if I was going to understand it. Points values right here. You can probably pause that right now if you're desperate to get your sweet hands on the points right there. Which is nice, I guess. So I will come up with an army list. I don't know what it will be, but it will be an army list. and we will attempt to stick to it as of the points in this book. I don't know how long that will last. Probably not very long. So there we go. So folks, that is the new Champions of Slaanesh army box set with the 33 brand new miniatures, the codex data card things, and indeed the codex with the lovely artwork on the front. I'm very happy with this purchase, especially as it's all new miniatures. If it was basically some new miniatures and half of it filled with something old, then I would be less than impressed, but there we go. And I reckon it will combine quite nicely with the upcoming Combat Patrol. I don't know if we have a date for that yet, but that, I believe, is the Lord Exultant again, 10 more Infractors, and 6 Flawless Blades. So I think that will work quite well with the box set we've just opened. So that is going to be a purchase for me in the future. I will be getting... I like the idea of getting a couple of Mauler Fiends, and obviously we want to get some Rhinos. Potentially a Lamb Raider for the Flawless Blades, and I don't know, something else. I've got to figure out exactly what I want to what I want to add on to this list to get it up to 2,000 points. It is going to be a long-term project on this channel, so don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you do get notified of when those videos drop. Obviously, there has been a complete lack of videos recently, and I do apologize. I've been struggling with my Shopify website a little bit, so do check that out at gloriousminiatures.store for, well, printed miniatures, and also with the house still being built, etc., is taking quite a bit of energy. However, so I do co-stream both to here and over on Twitch, currently at twitch.tv/gloriousbadger, and so we are doing 3 streams a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 4 o'clock UK time, for about 4 hours. You can check out the previous live streams on this channel for what sort of we vaguely do. It's mostly a lot of chatting, but there we go. But we are working currently through some Ultramarines, and I need to figure out really what the rest of this year is going to look like. So we will be getting back to making videos. I know I've been banging on about it for ages. That will change, hopefully very soon, because, well, I've got a lot of projects and I really want to get on with them. So that's all I got to say. Thank you very much. Don't forget to comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.